Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Greetings, adventurers. I've just opened my eyes this morning and somebody sent me this. The not even announced yet new D&D book. It says D&D coming soon on the cover, obviously it's not there yet, and it's called Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. As it usually happens, the book is on the Amazon, it has its own page, and let's have a look. Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, Dungeons & Dragons hardcover, May 18, 2021 is the release date for this. A little catchphrase for this one is explore the horrors of Ravenloft in this campaign, source book for the world's greatest yada yada. Terror stalks the nightmare realms of Ravenloft. No one knows this better than monster scholar Rudolf van Richten. To arm a new generation against the creatures of the night, Van Richten has compiled his correspondence and case files into this tome of eerie tales and chilling truths. I gotta say, I'm pretty excited. Next we have these 5 bullet points of what's in there, presumably. So first one is travel, perhaps even by choice, to Ravenloft's expanded domains of dread, each domain with its own unique flavor and of horror, thrilling story hooks, and grisly cast of characters. Now, if you didn't know this, of course, the 5th edition, those of you guys who only consume 5th edition, Curse of Strahd is something that we got, but this is sort of the reincarnation of the original adventure called Ravenloft something for the 2nd edition D&D, and it gave birth to an entire setting, and these Van Richten guides, similar to Volo's guides in the Faerun, it was an entire series of stuff. Van Richten's guide to werewolves, to vampires, to all kinds of stuff set in this world. And the Domains of Dread is the collection of all these little realms, Barovia being just one of them. So here, if you Google Domains of Dread or Ravenloft map, the Google will give you something like this. Barovia being just little part of this valley right here. This is Barovia. To the east of it is Felkovnia, and then Darkon on the north. Darkon is, if I'm not mistaken, is where Van Richten comes from in this lore of Ravenloft. So a whole bunch of domains, each one of them ruled by one Dark Lord or another, I believe. So yeah, Strahd van Zarvis is just one of the guys. Craft your own D&D horror settings at tension with optional rules and get advice for running a game that's ghastly in all the right ways. Now I wonder what optional rules are we talking about here. Is this gonna be something like we saw in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, where we had a little supernatural regions chapter there, like haunted, and you have this just table of some number like 20 effects that just randomly happen in that area? Or is it gonna be something more substantial, you know? Like, for example, we had this little expanded madness rules for Out of the Abyss adventure. I can't remember any more examples, but I really dig optional rules that are specific to the setting. I think it really helps a lot to me as a DM. Tell me what you think about it and what do you expect from these optional rules. Create characters with lineages tied to vampires, undead, and hags, horror-themed subclasses, the investigator background, and dark gifts that may be a double-edged sword. Horror-themed subclasses. The first thing you think is Unearthed Arcana. I'm not a fan of that resource, so I'm not aware of what's happening there, so I went to Reddit, and there was the answer. Obviously, 2 of those are the College of Spirits Bard and the Undead Warlock. So I had a look at these, and yeah, it makes a lot of sense seeing these ones in the gothic horror setting. Bard being able to communicate with the spirits from beyond the material plane using gaming sets and stuff. Literally having a spirit session ability on the 6th level. Warlock with the undead patron. 1st level being able to do Form of Dread, making your appearance reflect some aspects of your patron. Face might transform into bat-like features due to your vampire patron. Grave touched, you know, the flavor is all there. I just wonder what else do we get besides these 2. I really wish every class would get something. Unleash nightmarish monsters from an expanded bestiary and browse a collection of mysterious trinkets. Now, I'm not an expert on the Ravenloft setting, so I'm not aware of what monsters we haven't seen yet in 5th edition. This is great. New monsters are always good. Collection of mysterious trinkets, I wonder what that means. Is this similar to the trinkets table from the Curse of Strahd, where it's just flavor to bump up your DM imagination, or it's literally magic items with themes of horror. Explore Ravenloft in the included Dungeons & Dragons adventure, play as a standalone adventure, or drop it into your current game for a bit of sinister fun. So it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, no, like a typical structure of the campaign settings that we've got, like Mythic Odysseys of Theros and Ravnica Sourcebook. Because if you look at the way the chapters are ordered in those books, you can almost see the formula of how they cook it. So chapter 1, character creation. Chapter 2 is going to be probably Dark Lords of Ravenloft or something. Chapter 3 is going to be the realms of dread themselves, describing each of the chosen realms, if not all of them. I don't know. Chapter 4, this adventure. Chapter 5, treasures. Chapter 6, friends and foes. This is gonna be interesting. Did I actually nail it or not? So anyway, this is it. As I said, I just woke up and I saw the news, and I really felt like doing the video because Ravenloft proved to be my favorite setting for 5th edition. I don't know why, it just clicked. I had so much fun running Curse of Strahd, and I would really like to expand. Even upon finishing Curse of Strahd, I said to my players, you know what, we're gonna come back and defeat Strahd again. I don't care. He resurrects, by the way, and they were like, what? Yeah, he reforms the dark forces, as it says in the book. And you know what? They were excited because they liked the setting too. It was really gothic, really dark compared to Faerun, but in a fun way, dark. So this hopefully will bring even more tools to bring those horrors to life and play with the optional rules, play with the minds of the player characters. Yeah, so yeah, have a horrific day. I'm kidding, had a wonderful day. This is Falkard signing off.